Hello friends, last class we discussed about the matrices, types of matrices and algebraic operation on matrices. Today we discuss about determinant. Since determinant deduced from the square matrices, hence matrix is defined as the square array of elements in rows and columns bounded by a bar is known as determinant. Hence, a determinant of order 2 is derived from the coefficient matrix of linear equation a 1 x plus b 1 y is equal to 0, a 2 x plus b 2 y is equal to 0, b a 1 b 1 a 2 b 2 bar is equal to defined as a 1 b 2 minus b 1 a 2. The sign of the determinant. The sign of element of order 2 determinant b plus minus minus plus, and the sign of element of order 3 determinant is plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. Generally, consider a matrix 2 cross 2 matrix. Suppose A is a matrix of having order 2 cross 2, A 1 1, A 1 2, A 2 1, A 2 2. Then determinant of A denoted by det A or bar A and defined as a number can be evaluated as A 1 1, A 2 2 minus A 1 2, A 2 1. Easy to remember how to find out the value of the determinant. The value of the determinant is defined the cross multiplication of the leading diagonal elements taking as positive sign and secondary diagonal cross multiplication of secondary diagonal elements that can be taken as negative. That means, the cross multiplication of the left top to right bottom minus right top to left bottom. Here is an example cited. Suppose a determinant second order determinant of order 2 be 1 2 3 4, then the value of the determinant becomes 1 into 4, that is the leading diagonal cross multiplication of the leading diagonal elements minus 2 into 3, that becomes minus 2. These are the problems for you. You can easily find out the value of this 2 order determinant. Now, we have to how to find out the value of the determinant of order 3. The determinant value can be found out by the expanding method, either any one of the rows or any one of the columns. Here I give an example of a determinant by expanding column. Here is a determinant given a 1 2 3. Suppose the rows are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. This is a third order determinant. The value here we expanding the third column. The third column consists the element 3 6 9. The sign of the 3 becomes be positive, sign of 6 be negative and sign of 9 be positive. Hence, we expanding the third column. We delete the rows and columns lies the element 3. Then remaining elements becomes a formed a second order determinant, that be the 4 5 7 8 minus 6 into, now delete the rows and column containing the element 6, then the remaining element form a second order determinant, that becomes 1 2 7 8. Similarly, plus 9 and second order determinant 1 2 4 5, that is equal to 3 into minus 3 minus 6 into minus 6 plus 9 into minus 3, that value becomes 0. Similarly, we can find out the value of the determinant expanding the second row and first second column and first column. Now, here is an example of find the determinant value expanding the row. Suppose a determinant of third order containing the elements a 1 b 1 c 1, a 2 b 2 c 2, a 3 b 3 c 3. This value can be find out where sign of a 1 be positive, sign of b 1 be negative and sign of c 1 be positive. Now, the value of the third order determinant be a 1 into, now delete the rows and columns containing the element A1, then remaining element becomes B2, C2, B3, C3 formed a second order determinant minus B1 into second order determinant of A2, C2, A3, C3 plus C1 into the second order determinant of A2, B2, A3, B3. Similarly, here another example here is given, a determinant becomes 1, 3, minus 2, 2, 0, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, expanding the first row, we have 1 into second order determinant of 0, 3, 2, 3 minus 3 into second order determinant of 2, 3, 1, 3 plus minus second order determinant of 2, 0, 1, 2, that is equal to 1 into minus 6 minus 3 into 3 plus minus 2 into 4, that value becomes minus 23. These are the problems practice to find out the value of this third order determinant. This is task for you, you can evaluate. General concept of determinant. Generally, determinant is derived from the square matrix. Hence, if every element of a row or column is 0, then det A is equal to 0. That means, determinant of A is equal to 0. Also, determinant of A is equal to determinant of A transpose, and also determinant of AB. If A and B are any two square matrix, then determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. Application of the matrices. Generally, the application of the by applying matrices and determinant, we can solve the system of linear equations. There are some methods solving the system of linear equations. First method is Cramer's rules, which depends upon determinant. Another is matrix inversion method, which depends upon the matrices, barcode problem solution and data analysis. Now, we discuss about the Cramer's rule. Cramer's rule generally solving the linear equation of linear equations. Cramer's rules generally solve the linear equations, and Cramer's rules depends or relies on determinants. Suppose consider a second linear equation of two variables a x plus b y is equal to e, c x plus d y is equal to f. Then from this linear equation, we derive the coefficient matrix becomes a, b, c, d. Now, we derive from this coefficient matrix, we derive det A, that becomes a d minus b c. If det A is equal to 0, then this linear equation becomes inconsistency. That means, there are infinitely many values of x and y. That means, we cannot solve this equation. If det A not is equal to 0, then system is consistency, and then we proceed to find out dx and dy, another two determinant, replacing the coefficient variable by replacing the constants, replacing constants to the coefficient variable. Hence, x is equal to dx by d and y becomes dy by d, where dx is equal to determinant of EB, FD and dy be the determinant of AE, CF. This is the denominator consists the coefficient of the variables, that is x is the first column and y is the second column, and the numerator is the same as the determinant with the constant replacing the coefficient of the variable for which we are solving. So, how to solve the third order determinant? Consider a third order determinant a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus a13 x3 becomes b1, a21 x1, a22 x2 plus a23 x3 is equal to b2, a31 x1 plus a32 x2 plus a33 x3 is equal to b3, which can be written in the matrix from Ax is equal to b, where A is the coefficient matrix, x is the variable matrix and b be the constant matrix, where A is a third order matrix having elements a11, a12, a13, a21, a22, a23, A31, A32, A33, and B is a matrix taking the constants, that is order of 3 cross 1, and X is a matrix having order 3 cross 1 taking the elements, the variables. Procedure to solve the Cramer's rule. First, find det A. If det A is equal to 0, then the linear equation is inconsistency, hence infinitely many solutions are exist, that is non solvable. If d is equal to 0, then we find dx, dy, dz. We find out dx by replacing the first replacing the constant, the coefficient variable. The dx becomes the determinant having elements b1, a12, a13, b2, a22, a23, b3, a32, a33. Similarly, we can find out dy and dz. Then x becomes dx by d, and y becomes dy by d, and z becomes dz by d. Here is an example to work out. Consider the equation 2x1 minus 4x2 plus 5x3 is equal to 36, minus 3x1 plus 5x2 plus 7x3 is equal to 7, 5x1 plus 3x2 minus 8x3 is equal to minus 31. That can be written as Ax is equal to B, where A is the matrix 2 minus 4 5, 2 minus 4 5, and minus 3 5 7, minus 3 5 7, and 3 and 5 3 minus 8, 5 5 3 minus 8. Now from this we have determinant becomes det A becomes, first find out det A becomes 2 minus 4 5 minus 3 5 7 5 3 minus 8. The step procedure becomes, first we have to find out det A. Here det A becomes det A by either expanding either any one of the column or any one of the row. So we have 2 into minus 40 minus 21 minus minus plus 4 into 24 minus 35 plus 5 into deleting element rows and columns from this here, we have minus 9 minus 25. By solving this, we have d value becomes minus 336, that becomes minus 336, that not is equal to 0. Then hence the linear equation is solvable. Then second step is to find dx, dy, dz. Then dx becomes replacing the first column by the constants. Then we have minus 36 7, minus 36 7, minus 31, minus 31. The second column and third column remain same, that is minus 4 5 3 5 7 minus 8. Similarly, we can find out dy replacing the second column by the constants, and first column second column remain unchanged. Similarly, find dz replacing the constant in third column, and first column second column remain constant. Then we have the value of dx is equal to minus 672, and dy value becomes 1008, and dz becomes minus 13544. Then x is equal to dx by d, that value becomes 2, and similarly y is equal to dy by d, that is equal to minus 3, and z is equal to dz by d, that is equal to 4. Now we discuss about the properties of determinant. If two rows and columns are identical, then the determinant value becomes 0. Suppose this is a, suppose 1 2 3, third column, third row also 1 2 3, suppose second column becomes x y z. We cannot we cannot find out the value of this determinant by expanding method. Here the first column, first row and third row are same, hence the determinant value becomes 0. Next is, if any two rows or columns are interchanged, then the resulting determinant is the negative sign of original determinant. That means, I give an example. Suppose this is example, this is D becomes A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. Let the determinant value becomes x. If we interchanging the first row to second row, second row to, that means R1 implies and implied by R2. That means R1 change to R2, R2 change to R1. Then the determinant value becomes A2, B2, C2, A1, B1, C1, A3, B3, C3. This value becomes, the value will remain unchanged and sign becomes changed. That means that value becomes minus x. If each element of any row is multiplied by a constant, then the determinant becomes k times of the original determinants. That means, if a constant is multiplied in a determinant, then this constant is multiplied either any one of the rows or any one of the columns. That means, suppose k, a determinant is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, then this k constant is multiplied either any one of the rows or any one of the columns. That becomes k A1, k A2, k A3. Here k is multiplied in the first column and remaining element must remain unchanged, C1, C2, B2, C2, B3, C3. Next, if each element in a row of a determinant is written as a sum or more terms, then determinant can be written as sum of the two or more determinants. Similarly, determinant becomes unaltered by interchanging rows into columns. If all the rows interchange to the columns and all the columns interchange to the rows, then the value of the determinant remain unchanged. Next is, if each element of a matrix are 0, then the determinant value also 0. The last property is very important property. A determinant remain unchanged by adding k times the elements of any row or column to the corresponding element to any other row or column where k is given a number. Let us, I give an example. Suppose this is a D. Let D is a determinant is equal to A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. If we change, suppose column 1 change to k times of C1 plus k times of C3. That means, the determinant becomes C1, column 1 change to C1 plus k times of C3. So, we have A1 plus k times of C1, A2 plus k times of C2, A3 plus k times of C3. C1 changes to C1 plus k times of C3, and B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3 remain unchanged. This determinant value becomes D. This determinant value becomes D. How? In last property, we have, if any one of the column or rows is a sum of two elements, then this determinant can be written sum of their determinants. So, this can be written as A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3 plus A1, K1, C1, C1, A2, K, C2, C2, A1, K, C3, C3. Now, here in third column multiplied by K, we taking K is the outside, K is the outside. Then we have the third column and second column are equal. Then this determinant value becomes 0. This becomes D. Any if a determinant remain unchanged by taking K times the elements of any row or column to the corresponding element of any other row or column where K is a constant. To clarify this, here is an example. Here C1 is equal to C2, hence the determinant value becomes 0. Here suppose A is a determinant whose value becomes minus 666. If we change R1 to R2 and R2 to R1, then the value becomes changed and sign becomes unchanged. That means whenever we change row 1 to row 2 and row 2 to row 1, the value of the determinant becomes 666. Here if each 10 is multiplied in a determinant, then the determinant value is multiplied either any one of the rows and any one of the columns. Here the third column is sum of two elements that can be split over the sum of two determinants. Here is an example. Without expanding the determinant, find the value of x. Here the first column rows containing the element 1 1 0, second column element x square plus 5x plus 7 1 0 and third column row containing the element 2 1 1. This determinant value is 0. From this property we have either any two rows are equal or two columns are equal. From this, since this determinant value is equal to 0, which implies the x square plus 5x plus 7 is equal to 1. Solving this equation, we have x becomes minus 2 and x becomes minus 3. Similarly, here another example prove that the determinant containing the element 1 1 1 a b c, a square minus b square, a square b square c square is equal to a minus b into b minus c into c minus a. Now, the last property, which is important property, if we change C2 to C2 minus C1 and C3 to C3 can be changed C3 minus C1, that means column 2 change to column 2 minus column 1 and column 3 change to column 3 minus column 1. We have the determinant 1 0 0, a b minus a c minus a square b square minus a square c square minus a square. Now, from the second column we taking common b minus a, and from the third column we taking the element c minus a, we have b minus a, c minus a taking common, we have the determinant 1 0 0, a 1 1, a square, a plus b, a plus c. Now, we have to find, we can find the value of this third order determinant either expanding any one of the rows or any one of the columns. Here 1 0 0, the first column containing two zeros, hence it will be more simple. Expanding the first row, we have the value of the determinant becomes a minus b into b minus c into c minus a. The third example is, here is a determinant is given 1 x square plus 1 plus x square 1. This value becomes 1 minus sq to sq row whole square. Now, we change C1 to C1 minus x C3, column 1 change to column 1 minus x times of column 3, then we have the determinant, and expanding the first column we have the result. Now, we discuss about how to find out how to solve the linear equation by using matrix method, that is known as matrix inverse method. Whenever we find out the inverse of a matrix, then first find out the minor matrix, what is the minor of a matrix, cofactor of a matrix, adjoint matrix, etc. What is minor of a matrix? If A is a matrix containing element A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Then minor of A11 becomes denoted as M11, that is a second order determinant containing the element deleting the rows and columns containing A11. Similarly, a minor of A12 is denoted by M12. This is the second order determinant containing the element except the rows and columns containing A12. In this way, we can easily find out the minor matrix of A as M11, M12, M13, M21, M22, M23, M31, M32, M33. That means, minor of Aij is a matrix containing element except the rows and columns containing the element Aij. That means, the rows and columns elements deleted and the remaining element constitute a determinant is the minor of Aij. Next is, what is cofactor matrix? Cofactor is minor with proper sign. We know that sign becomes of third order determinant becomes plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus. Hence, cofactor of Aj is nothing but the minor of m of ij with proper sign. Sign of Aij becomes minus 1 to the power I plus j. Next is, hence we have the cofactor matrix denoted by cofactor of matrix A, that is equal to C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31, C32, C33, where C11, C22 that is the element of the cofactor matrix. Next, we have to find out adjoint matrix. Adjoint matrix is nothing but the transpose of cofactor matrix. That means, we transpose of cofactor matrix means we have to interchanging rows into columns and column to the rows. We have the adjoint matrix. Now, here are example how to find out the cofactor matrix and cofactor matrix, minor matrix and adjoint matrix. We have to find out. Very important result is A into adjoint of A, and adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into identity matrix. We verify. Now, let us work out an example question number 3. Suppose A is a matrix 2 1, A is a matrix given 2 1 3, 2 1 3, 3 1 2, 3 1 2, 1 2 3. Verify A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into identity matrix. So, first we have to find out minor matrix. So, minor of A is nothing. The minor of 2 becomes deleting 2 this column and this row, we have 3 minus 4, 3 minus 4 that becomes minus 1. Minor of 1 becomes 9 minus 2, 9 minus 2 that becomes 7. Minor of 3 becomes 6 minus 1 that becomes 5. Minor of 3 means deleting this 3 minus 6, 3 minus 6 that becomes minus 3. Minor of 1 means this becomes 6 minus 3 that is 3. Minor of 2 means 4 minus 1 that becomes also 3. Minor of 1 becomes 2 minus 3 that becomes minus 1. Minor of 2 means 4 minus 9 that becomes minus 5. Minor of 3 becomes 2 minus 3 that is equal to minus 1. Then we have minor of matrix. Next, we have to find out cofactor of matrix. cofactor is nothing but determinant with proper sign, minor with proper sign. So, sign becomes plus, so minus 1, this sign becomes minus, so this becomes minus 7, 5, this sign becomes minus, so 3, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. We have cofactor matrix. Next, we have to find out adjoint matrix, adjoint of A. Adjoint matrix is nothing but the transpose of cofactor matrix. Transpose of cofactor matrix means we have to interchange rows to column, column to rows. So, we have minus 1, minus 7, 5. The first column row becomes first column 3, 3, minus 3, minus 1, 5, minus 1. Now, we have to verify A into adjoint of A is equal to det A into identity matrix. So, now A into adjoint A becomes 2, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then multiply kariba minus 1, 3, minus 1, minus 7, 3, 5, 5, minus 3, minus 1. Well, that becomes minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 7, plus 15. We have second element becomes first row of the second column, that is equal to 6 plus 3 minus 9. Third row becomes minus 2 plus 5 minus 3. The second row becomes minus 3 minus 7 plus 10, that becomes 9 plus 3 minus 6, that becomes minus 3 plus 5 minus 2, that becomes minus 1 minus 14 plus 15, that becomes 3 plus 6 minus 9, that becomes minus 1 plus 10 minus 3. Then we have 6 0 0 0 6 0 0 0 6. This is a third order matrix, that is equal to 6 times of 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, where 6 is the date value, date of A, adjoint of A is equal to date A into I, that is equal to adjoint of A into A. From this we have A inverse, this implies that A inverse is equal to adjoint A by date, that is A inverse is equal to 1 by date A into adjoint of A. Then how to find out the inverse of a matrix? How to find out the inverse of a matrix? Let A be a square matrix. Then what is the inverse of a matrix? let A be a square matrix of order n, then B of the same order is called inverse of A if AB is equal to BA is equal to identity matrix. It is denoted by B is equal to A inverse. The necessary and sufficient condition for finding inverse is that the matrix must be a non-singular. Hence, what is non-singular matrix and singular matrix? A matrix is said to be a non-singular if det A not is equal to 0. If det A is equal to 0, det A means determinant of A is 0, then the matrix is singular. The most important point, whenever we find the inverse of a matrix, first we have to find out the determinant value. If determinant value not is equal to 0, then proceed to find minor matrix, cofactor matrix, adjoint matrix, etc. Then find out A inverse is equal to adjoint A by det A. If hence, the procedure to find out the inverse of a matrix. First, a matrix must be a square matrix. Next, to find determinant of A value. If det of A value is equal to 0, the matrix becomes singular. We cannot find out A inverse. If det A not is equal to 0, then we find the minor of a matrix, then find cofactor matrix, then find adjoint matrix, and from this property A into adjoint of A, since A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into identity matrix, hence A inverse is equal to adjoint matrix adjoint of A by det A. This is an example. Find inverse of a matrix where A is a matrix is given by 2 1 2 2 2 1 1 2 2. The first step is find determinant of A. In that case, determinant of A becomes 2 times of, expanding the first row, we have 2 times of 4 minus 2 minus 1 into 4 minus 1 plus 2 into 4 minus 2, the determinant value becomes 5. The det A is equal to 5, not is equal to 0. Hence, the matrix A is invertible. Then we have to cofactor minor of matrix. Then we have to find out cofactor matrix. Cofactor matrix is nothing but the minor with proper sign. Hence, we have C11 becomes 2, C12, that is cofactor of A12. That means C11 means cofactor of 2 becomes 2, cofactor of 1 becomes minus 3, cofactor of 2 becomes 2. Similarly, cofactor of 2 becomes minus 2, cofactor of 2 becomes minus 3 in second row. Cofactor of minus 3 becomes minus 3, cofactor of minus 3 becomes minus 3, cofactor of 2 becomes 2, and cofactor of 2 becomes 2. Next, we have to find out adjoint matrix. Adjoint matrix is nothing but transpose of the cofactor matrix. Then we have the cofactor matrix having the element in row wise 2 minus 3 2, 2 2 minus 3 minus 3 2 2. Interchanging rows to column and column to rows, we have the adjoint matrix that becomes 2 2 minus 3, row wise I am talking, 2 2 minus 3 minus 3 2 2 2 minus 3 2. Hence, A inverse is equal to 1 by det A into adjoint matrix. Det A is equal to 5, then 1 by 5 into this matrix 2 2 minus 3 minus 3 2 2 2 minus 3 2. In this way, we can find out inverse of a matrix. Find inverse of this matrix. Suppose A is a matrix given by 1 2 3 5. Matrix inversion by row operation. Now we discuss about matrix inverse of a matrix by determinant form. Now matrix inverse by row operation. How to find the inverse of a matrix by row operation? Suppose A is a matrix is given by 1 2 3 5, 1 2 3 5. We have to find the inverse of that matrix by row operation. We write 1 2 3 5. Here we write the unit matrix. This is a second order matrix, then hence we here write the second order unit matrix, that becomes 1 0 0 1. Now, applying the row operation, we try to, our aim to convert the left side matrix to the unit matrix, then automatically the right side matrix become the inverse of that matrix. Then we try to convert this matrix to unit matrix, that means here 1 0 0 1. Then we want to try to by row operation, we try to 1 0 0 1. Then we apply R2 minus R2 tends to R2 minus 3 R1. Then we have the first row is same, the first row becomes 1 2 1 0, this remain unchanged. Row 2 change to row 2 minus 3 R1. Then 3 minus 3 into 1, that becomes 0. 5 minus 3 into 2, 6, 5 minus 6, this becomes minus 1. So 0 minus 3, minus 3, 1 minus 3, that becomes minus 2, 1 minus 3, or 1 minus 0, that becomes 1. 3 into 0, 0, then 1. Now we try to convert this term becomes 1. Then we have to multiply minus 1 in R2. Then hence R2 change to minus R1, minus R2, minus R2. Then we have first row becomes remain unchanged, 1 2 1 0. Then minus 1 we multiply at minus 2 minus 1, then that becomes 0, that becomes 1, that becomes 3, that becomes minus 1. Now I want to shift this 2 term to 0. Then we operate R1 to R1 tends to R1 minus 2 R2. R1 tends to R1 minus 2 R2. Then we have here the left hand side becomes now 1 0 0 1, right hand side 1 minus 2 into 3, 1 minus 6, that becomes minus 5. R1 changes to R1 minus 2 R2, then minus 5. 0 minus 2 into minus 1, 2. 3 minus 1. R2 remain unchanged. Hence, R inverse is equal to minus 2 2 3 minus 1. Now, left hand side matrix becomes unit matrix, then automatically right hand matrix becomes the inverse of A matrix. A inverse becomes minus 2 2 3 minus 1. In this way, by row operation we also find out, we can find the inverse of a matrix. Now, inverse, there are some problem, you have to work out matrix inverse method to solve the simultaneous equations. These are the examples, some examples. Now, now let us solve the example 2. Now we solve the example 2 by using matrix inversion method. Example 2 is given the linear equation x plus 2y is equal to x plus 2y plus z is equal to 7. X plus 2y plus z is equal to 7. X plus 3z is equal to 11. X plus 3z is equal to 11. 2x minus y, 2x minus 3y is equal to 1. 2x minus 3y is equal to 1. 2x minus 3y is equal to 1, x plus 3z is equal to 11. Now, we convert this equation in the ax is equal to b form, where A matrix becomes कहते हैं now 1 2 1 1 0 3 2 minus 3 0, and x matrix becomes x y z, and B matrix becomes, this is a 3 cross 3 determinant, this is 3 cross 1 determinant, this becomes 7 11 1, this is equal 3 cross 1 determinant. Then Ax is equal to B, then this implies that X is equal to A inverse B. Then first we have to find out the inverse of A matrix. Then what is the steps? First find out det A. The det A is equal to, expanding the first row, we have 1 into 0 minus 9 plus 9 minus 2 into 0 minus 6 plus 1 into minus 3 into 0 minus 3. Then we have 9 plus 12 minus 3, that becomes 21 minus 3, that is equal to 18. Then det A not is equal to 0. Det A not is equal to 0. Then hence A is invertible. Then A inverse exists. Then next we have to find out adjoint matrix, minor of A matrix. Then find out the cofactor of minor matrix. Then A inverse is equal to कहते हैं ना, A inverse is equal to 1 by det A into adjoint of A. After getting this A inverse, we have X matrix becomes x y z, we have 1 by det A becomes 1 by 18 into adjoint matrix, that we have जोटा पाइथवा सेटा एटे लिखिबा, then multiplying, then this is also we have a 3 cross 1 order matrix, this is a 3 cross 1 matrix. Two matrices are equal, that means the corresponding elements are equal. So easily we can find out the value of x, y and z. Next, what is orthogonal matrix? A matrix A is called orthogonal if A into A transpose is equal to A transpose into A is equal to identity matrix. That means A transpose matrix is equal to A inverse. Here is an example which is a orthogonal matrix. This A matrix is a orthogonal matrix. Here this A is a orthogonal matrix. That means A transpose of matrix is equal to A inverse matrix. Thank all of you.